This is Lacey Rose, and Lacey, you're with the Bancroft Minden Forest Company. Tell us what your role is there.
I'm the planning and renewal forester with the company, so I'm responsible for writing the forest management plan in conjunction with the M&R and the planning team. I also prepare any annual work schedules that lay out our harvest, renewal, and access activities, annual reports associated with those activities, and prepare any revisions that need to happen throughout the year for unexpected events and amendments to the plan.
So what kind of credentials do you need, Lacey, to conduct your job?
To be a plan author and to sign off on documents that are submitted to the Ministry of Natural Resources for approval, you would need to be a registered professional forester with the Ontario Professional Foresters Association, or the OPFA. So normally, to be registered with that association, you would need to have completed a undergraduate degree in forestry and have some postgraduate professional forester experience.
You're currently working on the 2011 long-term plan. Tell us about the plan.
We're working on the plan that takes about 2.5 to 3 years to complete. The plan in general, in the end, it is approved by the Minister of Natural Resources after a very thorough review and approval process by different ministry staff. Every Crown Forestment unit in the province must have a provincially approved forest management plan. These plans are renewed every 10 years and are completed in accordance with the most recent manuals and guides that are provincially endorsed. So there's a number of groups involved in preparing the forest management plan. We have a local citizens committee that provides advice to a planning team that has a number of M&R representatives on it, including a forester, a bio. There's the SFL company reps as well, and we have a number of Aboriginal communities that have an interest in the area that have been involved in the planning team as well.
The process requires a pretty wide base of consultation. Tell us who gives actual input into it. Is it open to everybody?
Any person can provide input on the plan at any time throughout the planning process. There's a number of formal consultation opportunities that take place through mail-outs, newspaper postings, environmental bill of registry postings, and we have a bunch of information at our office people can come look at, allocation maps, plan objectives, that sort of thing. But on a more day-to-day basis, it's the planning team and the LCC that are involved the whole way through providing input.
So when you talk about SFL, what's that acronym stand for?
That's the Sustainable Forest Licensee, which is the Bancroft Minden Forest Company.
So what are the objectives of the long-term plan?
There's a number of objectives that we're working with. We're currently in the process of developing these formally right now. It's about much more than wood supply. We have social objectives, economic objectives, ecological objectives. On the social side of things, we provide for recreation opportunities, protecting trails through area of concern prescriptions, that sort of thing. Wildlife is an important thing on many people's minds, so we model for a wide variety of habitats through a computer modeling system that provides us an outlook of what will be should we carry out forestry activities up to 150 years into the future. It's a forecasting tool. It doesn't provide us with exactly what's going to be there, but it gives us an idea. We're aiming to be towards what a natural condition would be, say if people weren't here, there was no fire suppression, no harvesting activities. So that's what gives us an idea of what a healthy forest would be. We work towards that for wildlife objectives, old growth objectives, red and white pine objectives. That's a provincially required one to look at.
So there's a really broad base of issues that you deal with on a long-term plan.
Yep, and we always are considering the current industrial demand of the forest industry. So we have volume targets that we work towards as well. That's an important consideration, but we also have to balance out the ecological objectives.
Because wood is a product that gets used in a lot of different ways. And as such, there's a demand out there that has to be met as well.
Yep, it's definitely important for people to realize that we do need wood products, and we're trying to manage those in the most sustainable manner possible by doing all of this planning. There's a lot more planning behind all of the forestry activities that take place than a lot of people realize, I think.
The long-term plan states basically one of the key issues, of course, is how much wood can be harvested. Well, there are a lot of other areas you deal with. But what happens after this long-term plan is signed off on and ready to go? Where do we go from there?
Well, as you said, one of our main things that we're planning for is how much harvest area is available to be harvested sustainably. After we know how much we can harvest and we plan where we're going to harvest, then it gets to the on-the-ground activities, what actually will occur in each of these places. And that's when we have our skilled staff that go out and walk all these areas and write the forest operation prescriptions, and that's where activities start taking place that most people are more familiar with.
Thanks, Lacey.
Thank you.